Well, it's happening. If you can pick up any newspaper in the United States and you'll see the front page stories that talk about the big fights over how much we're going to cut spending into the future. And it depends on what day what hour of the day you're picking up that newspaper as to how big that cut's going to be. The numbers sound incredible, in the trillions, over a number of years. And so it's really kind of almost frightening, I think, to Americans to wonder, well, what does that mean, and how does that affect me personally? So when you hear cuts in Social Security, cuts in Medicare, cuts to transportation, cuts to education, cuts to defense, it's kind of an overwhelming dialogue. The fact of the matter is that if you take away the entitlements, that is, those parts of the law that are those programs that are based on law, such as Medicare, for example, or Medicaid, some of the health programs, some of the other benefits, unemployment, and so on and so forth. If you take those out of the equation, the part that we call the discretionary part of the budget, the parts that you can change easily from year to year, that you can affect, that you can grab and take, are defense and the rest of government. The rest of government being very tiny compared to defense. So we are the biggest part of the discretionary budget, and so we are naturally being looked at as a place where savings are required, particularly given the fact that we expect combat operations to start declining here in the next year and the next 2 years. So we are now shaping that debate about what the cuts are going to be, how large they're going to be, when they're going to take place. And what we are advocating more than anything else is that we do this in a way that honors the sacrifices made by soldiers and families, by airmen and by sailors and Marines and others, that we honor their fruits of their labor in a way that we do this in a way that doesn't hurt soldiers and families. And I think everybody's consistent with that. I don't think anybody is intending on doing anything but that. But in the process of working out all these deals, we want to make sure that that doesn't happen by accident. So we're all laboring to do that. But the end result is that we're going to see declines in defense spending. The President's already announced that that's going to happen. The Congress has already announced that in a way. So we're going to see cuts, and we're in the process of shaping how those cuts will be implemented throughout our services.